I got it. Jimbo's spray sealer. It came in the mail. Jimbo and I go back a long, long way. I mean, years. I called him up, asked him, I said, listen, Jimbo, you got this product coming out. You're making it. It's gonna be like a good product. I trust that it's gonna be a good product. And without even any hesitation, he said, yeah, no problem, Rob. I'll send you a spray bottle and I'll get it out to you. And I'm just so excited. I really am. All joking aside, Jimbo is a detailer out in California. He's been in this business for over 20 years. He's the OG when it comes to like putting a spray sealant on or some sort of coating on a car and then putting it through torture tests and really kind of like keeping everyone on it. So it's really just making sure that there's no like fluff in the industry. He worked with a couple different companies as a consultant. I think Turtle Wax was one of them. To be quite honest, Turtle Wax was out of the game for a while until about those years that he was there. So I definitely commend him for being a part of that change. I'm sure that was a cumulative effort, but you know, Turtle Wax is definitely on the map now. So Jimbo has his own product, right? He's got two products out there. He's got a cleaner, which is kind of like an AP cleaner, an all-purpose cleaner, but not quite. A lot of people use it for their wheels and such. And I'll put a link of that down below. But this is his spray sealant. Basically, I pulled up the SDS sheet and everything's a trade secret. So Jimbo, hats off to you for keeping that private. But if you pull up the SDS sheet, it says trade secret. But I know he mentioned that there's a Jimbo and I both have a problem saying this, polyxylazine in it. It's basically a silicon dioxide, very like small amounts of SiO2 in this. And it's that version that basically you can spray on and just wipe off. It doesn't leave any residue. And it's supposed to be like, I mean, if anything is gonna be durable, it's gonna be Jimbo's product. So I'm real curious in trying this. You know, I have a car I wanna try it on. I'm gonna put it on a couple panels and compare it to another product that's on there right now. So I know that he's doing his own review of that. So I'm curious to see what his reaction is to that Geon Canco Evo, that is, and then against his own, okay? So let's open this up, let's find out what's inside, and the other side of the car will be Jimbo's hardest shell product. That's what it's called, hardest shell. So it's a play on words. Yeah, I'm really curious. So let's unbox this thing and find out what's inside. You know, and I asked for a sample size, so I don't know if he sent me a full bottle or just like maybe like a smaller bottle of it. So, well, check that out. That's pretty cool. Enjoy Jimbo, right? So we're tight. We're tight. Jimbo, thank you. Without hesitation, by the way. You know, I asked him for a bottle and he sent me a bottle to test it. That means he's confident, right? He's confident in his product. You know, I reached out to a couple of other companies. I think Labo Cosmetico was one of them. It was an Italian company. I said, well, I'm Italian. You know, they're Italian. You know, sport me a sample. I'll try it, see what I, you know, nah. They said, go buy it. Okay, fine. So yeah, it's got a nice nozzle on here, a couple stickers. Put that up on my wall. Nicely packaged, right? That's pretty cool. And this is a full bottle. Oh, Jimbo, thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That's so cool. Ready to ship. It's in a nice like bag, so if it, for some crazy reason, it does open up, it'll be protected. A couple more stickers in here. Little Jimbo characters. That's funny. Put that on the wall too. A couple extra ones. Oh, cool. And another little Jimbo sticker. That's cool, Jimbo. I like that. Share that with the kids and stuff. That's really neat. Thank you. So, and it's so cool that you sent me a full bottle, man. I do appreciate that. Yeah, so the other side of the car, I put the Geon can coat. Geon, whatever you want to call them. So the one thing I noticed about the Geon is that after a rainstorm, usually with a ceramic coating, it doesn't get spotty. You know what I mean? It kind of like self-cleans itself, right? Water hits it, picks up all the grime and kind of like just sheds it off while it's raining. In this instance, the water got up on the car and you see spots, like dirt spots on the bottom half of the door panels. I wasn't thrilled about that. So I'm curious to find out how the water beating capabilities are in this, see how that looks. You know, that's great as long as it keeps the dirt off the car, but if it's not, then it's kind of useless. But I appreciate what Jimbo's doing in general in terms of like, you know, really kind of putting everyone to the test. And I know he gets a lot of flack for that, you know, like for doing these torture tests and stuff like that. But I understand 100% why he's doing it. You know, he's doing it because he wants to make sure that everyone's held to a higher standard, you know, and it's really important that if you put a product out and you say it's going to last a year or 2 years, that it doesn't fail after the first wash. You know, I think Jimbo has always been a proponent of, you know, kind of basically setting a standard and saying, okay, you know, I want it to last a certain, let's say it's 6 months, right? It's going to last a year, right? As long as you properly maintain it and you wash it every now and then with a pH neutral soap, and it's going to last. So, and again, you know, I'm not a professional detailer. I'm a weekend warrior, but I appreciate the things that these guys do. So this is a ceramic spray coating, hard as shell. This is what the bottle looks like. And it's kind of like a green tint. And just by watching like some of his videos, he mentioned that there's no smell to it because when they did add a smell to it, that it would actually degrade its capabilities. So, you know, who cares what it smells like, really? I mean, it is nice that it smells like bubble gum or whatever, juicy fruit, but it's not really 100% necessary. It's really the performance of it, you know, and I'm really curious to see how it performs. Let's get to it. Let's clean the car and then use this afterwards. See you in a little bit. All right, so I thought in all fairness to Geon that, and I do like their products. They do have a lot of good stuff. But I wanted to show you the hydrophobic characteristics of the Geon can coat because I did install it on this side of the car, actually on both sides of the car. So I wanted to kind of show you. Much better than the Cerakote, and it wasn't as sensitive as the Cerakote in terms of curing, temperature, any of that. So you can see how hydrophobic that is. Look at that. So that's the way ceramic coating is supposed to react. And all I did was use CarPro Reset. Actually, this is the first time that I've washed it since I installed it. So I think it's obvious that the can coat did its job. You want to know why ceramic coating is so good? Because you don't even have to like use a towel to dry it. Check this out. I'm going to try to put you in really close so you can see what's going on.
This entire side of the car is completely dry. There's like just a couple like droplets of water. That's why ceramic coating is so important. Just makes the cleaning process so much easier.
All right, so hopefully you can see me and hear me. Testing 1, 2, 3. I dropped my camera during filming, and hopefully it still works. It looks like it is. But let's go through the instructions real quickly to make sure that we exactly know what to do. I did not need to barely dry my car. When I blew dry it, most of the water was off. So it was like a quick dry with a towel, one of the large towels. So I didn't need to use this as a drying aid. Probably better off, because then you're going to be masking the Geon wet coat that's on the one side. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do the passenger side with this, and I'm going to do the rear of the car with this, because that gets bombarded with a lot of dirt, a lot of fallout, brake dust, all that kind of stuff gets stirred up in that turbulence behind the car, so that really kind of sticks to that part. So I want to use something that's really going to kind of protect that area really well. So I'm going to try this on that, plus the passenger side. So it says here, work on a cool surface, ideally out of the direct sunlight, but it also works incredibly well in direct sunlight. Typically, just do all this stuff out of sunlight. Spray 1 to 2 sprays per panel, either on a microfiber towel or directly onto the surface. Take 1 microfiber towel and wipe it over the surface, allowing the matrix micro emulsion formula to bond to the surface. Then take a second dry microfiber towel and then buff the surface, and now it's sealed with a super shiny finish. It can be used on any surface, including interiors. That's interesting. I've never really thought of this as an interior coating, but you can. Maybe on like pleather and stuff like that, and dashboards. 24 hours for it to cure. You can get your car wet right away. You can even wash it in a few days with a pH neutral soap. But if you decide to torture test it, please allow for 7 days, right? So I'm not gonna wash this car for 7 days just to see how it reacts. But yeah, may be harmful if swallowed, maybe, I don't know. Use gloves, nitrile gloves, always when you're using chemicals. So let's go ahead and let's put this on the surface and let's see how easy it is to install. All right, I'm gonna do this real quick because it is a little windy today and I don't want my camera to fall over again. So I'm gonna shake this up a little bit just so that we can get it mixed up. And then go ahead and just spray it on the surface and or on the towel. And you can see this thing shaking. Oh boy. All right, we're gonna do this quick. Let's see what we can get out of a spray. Okay, 1, 2. Yeah, it's easy to put on. It doesn't even look like I need a second towel, but I'll use it. It is kind of slick. I mean, it's almost like you don't even know if you're doing anything. It kind of reminds me of ceramic detail coat a little bit from Geon, of all companies. So yeah, it must be such a fine layer as a top coat. But that's it. That's all it takes. So just spray it on, wipe it off, and then basically use another towel to kind of just make sure everything is 100% leveled, and that's it. So we're gonna come back to this in a week, see how it holds up, see if the performance of the Geon holds up, and hydrophobics, the beads. I want to see what that looks like, and then we'll take it from there. So, all right. So I wanted to give you guys firsthand point of view with the final product. It looks good. I mean, the paint does look a little deeper in terms of color. It looks really, really good. So hopefully, I mean, application was super easy. I ended up doing like a little bit more of the car than I wanted to, but it was so easy. And I think that's the whole point. You know, just make it easy to install, let it cure, give it 7 days before you do anything, and then you can go ahead and wash it. I mean, he's saying that you can wash it pretty much
within a day, 24 hours. But look at that. And that's pretty damn good. I mean, even the rear view mirror, this looks a little bit deeper in color, a little richer. I did half the hood, the front hood. So I wanted to kind of see the differences between that and the Geon. But yeah, pretty happy with it so far. Application, 10 out of 10. Let's see how it holds up. Thanks, Jimbo, I appreciate it. I just wanted to point out that it is so smooth and slick. I don't want to like put fingerprints on it, but it is super slick compared to the Geon can coat. That I can tell you for sure. On that, we're going to finish this video off, and I'll talk to you on the next one. Peace.